Hey there, UK pensioners. If you're retired or nearing retirement, you definitely want to pay attention to this video. There's a major change coming in 2025 that could impact how you manage your money, and it's all about new banking rules. You might think your bank is the best option for your pension savings, but under the new 2025 regulations, some banks are going to make things much harder for pensioners like you. But here's the big question. Are you banking with one of these institutions? It's critical to know which banks you should avoid moving forward. These changes could affect the fees you're charged, the interest you're earning, and even the services available to you as a pensioner. If you don't take action now, you could be stuck with a bank that's not looking out for your best interests in 2025 and beyond. In this video, we'll break down which banks are making the biggest changes, and more importantly, what those changes mean for your finances. We're talking about hidden fees, restrictions, and even new policies that could make managing your pension much more complicated. If you're not prepared, you could be facing unnecessary financial stress. But don't worry, we've got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which banks to avoid, and I'll give you tips on how to make sure your money is working for you the right way under these new rules. So, if you want to stay ahead of these upcoming changes, make sure to watch until the end. And before we dive in, don't forget to like this video. Your support helps us bring you more important information like this. Plus, it makes sure that you won't miss any crucial updates on your finances. Like, subscribe, and let's get started. Absolutely. Let's dive into the new banking rules that UK pensioners need to be aware of, especially with the 2025 changes on the horizon. These changes are set to affect your finances in more ways than one, so it's crucial to stay informed and take the necessary steps to safeguard your money. If you're a pensioner, or if you're planning for retirement soon, this could make all the difference when it comes to managing your savings effectively and avoiding unnecessary fees. So, why are these new banking rules such a big deal? Well, the financial landscape for pensioners in the UK is shifting. The government has been putting pressure on banks to streamline their services and increase transparency, particularly when it comes to fees and the way they handle pensioners' accounts. This means that while some banks may offer great benefits, others are introducing policies that could make it a lot harder for pensioners to access the services they need. Take a moment to consider your current bank. Are you satisfied with how they treat your account? Are there hidden fees lurking in the fine print? Or have you been hit with unexpected charges in the past? If you're like many pensioners, you may not be paying as close attention to these details as you should. Under the new 2025 regulations, there will be changes that could significantly impact how you bank, things like increased service charges, changes in interest rates, and even limits on the amount you can access or withdraw from your pension accounts. In fact, some of the biggest banks in the UK are already rolling out new policies, but not all of them have been as transparent as they should be. You could end up with a bank that has introduced new fees for using your account or one that has limited services for pensioners. These changes are designed to make banking more efficient for the bank, but for pensioners, it often means paying more for services that were once free or at a lower cost. Now, you might be thinking, well, how can I tell if my bank is one of those with new rules I should avoid? That's a great question. First, you need to look at the bank's overall approach to pensioner accounts. In many cases, banks are offering pensioner accounts, but these often come with stipulations that may not be in your best interest. For instance, some banks may increase fees on these accounts, or they may limit how much of your pension you can access each month, especially if you're relying on it to cover essential living costs. It's important to remember that the 2025 rules are not all bad, and some changes could actually be beneficial for pensioners, especially those who are willing to take the time to look at what each bank has to offer. Banks that are adopting the new rules will generally be more transparent and upfront about the services they provide. But there are certainly some that are taking advantage of these regulations to introduce additional charges that could add up quickly. If you're unsure whether your bank is one of those that might have introduced new fees, there are a few things you can do to find out. Start by checking your bank statements. Take a look at any service charges, maintenance fees, or account management costs that you're currently paying. Do any of these fees seem unusually high? If you're noticing a lot of charges that weren't there before, it might be time to look at alternatives. Also, don't be afraid to call your bank and ask about any changes to your account since 2025 began. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be to make an informed decision. Now, let's get into the specifics of which banks are most likely to be affected by the 2025 regulations and which ones you might want to avoid if you're a pensioner. Keep in mind that some of these changes could also impact the way you use online banking or mobile apps, so it's essential to know how these tools might work differently in 2025. For instance, certain large banks in the UK have already started to introduce policies that could make it harder for pensioners to manage their accounts online. Some of them have raised fees for basic online services, such as checking account balances or transferring money, which could be a real inconvenience if you rely on these services to manage your finances. Others have introduced complex tiered pricing structures, which could mean that unless you're meeting certain criteria, such as a minimum monthly income or a certain number of transactions, you could face additional charges. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot of extra income each month, these changes could quickly become burdensome. At the same time, some smaller banks have adopted a more pensioner-friendly approach, offering lower fees and better customer service. These banks have focused on providing clear, easy-to-understand pricing structures for seniors, ensuring that they can access their money without worrying about hidden charges or surprise fees. Some of these smaller institutions even offer special pensioner accounts that are designed to make managing retirement savings as easy as possible. However, not all of them are created equal, so it's essential to do your research to find out which one is the best fit for you. If you're thinking about switching banks, now might be the perfect time to do so. The new 2025 regulations could make it easier for pensioners to find a better banking experience, especially if you're looking for low-fee or no-fee services. But don't just jump at the first offer you see. Take the time to compare the pros and cons of different banks to make sure you're getting the best deal. Look for banks that offer transparent fee structures, easy access to your money, and high-quality customer service, which can make a big difference when you need assistance managing your account. It's also a good idea to check out online reviews of the banks you're considering. Look for reviews from other pensioners who have experience with these banks. Their insights could be invaluable in helping you make an informed decision. Websites like Trustpilot or financial forums can offer valuable feedback from people who have already navigated the new 2025 banking landscape. As we move closer to 2025, the banking environment for pensioners is bound to continue evolving. While some changes will be positive, others could make managing your finances more complicated. The key takeaway here is to stay informed and proactive. Don't wait for your bank to make a change that could cost you. Take control of your financial future now by carefully reviewing your current bank's policies and exploring your options. In the coming months, banks will likely start sending out notifications about upcoming changes, so keep an eye on any mail or emails you receive from your bank. Make sure you understand the changes and how they might affect your account. If you're not sure about something, don't hesitate to reach out to your bank for clarification. And if you don't like the answers you're getting, it might be time to consider switching to a bank that offers better terms for pensioners. Ultimately, as a pensioner, your financial security is your top priority. By understanding the new banking rules and being proactive in managing your money, you can ensure that you're not caught off guard by any changes in 2025. Don't let new rules dictate how you manage your money. Take charge of your financial future today. If you found this video helpful and want to stay informed about more updates that could affect your financial security, please give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us create more content that keeps you in the loop about important changes like this. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on the latest tips, news, and updates tailored specifically to help you manage your retirement and financial planning. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay ahead of the curve with your finances.